Have you ever pondered if a seemingly innocuous daily ritual could be silently undermining your cardiovascular well-being? As a seasoned cardiac specialist, I've encountered countless senior individuals entering my examination room, presenting no obvious distress, only to discover they are on the precipice of serious conditions like elevated blood pressure, arterial blockages, or an impending cardiac event. If you're over the age of 60, a prevalent routine you engage in every single day might be stealthily propelling your heart towards failure without your conscious awareness. We are going to reveal the top 10 most perilous behaviors jeopardizing your heart and effective strategies to mitigate them. If you're watching this video, comment heart health right now. In this comprehensive video, I'm going to unveil the 10 most hazardous habits detrimental to your heart's vitality and precisely how to rectify them. Make sure to watch until the very end to uncover the single most lethal and widespread error I witness in my patients on a daily basis, empowering you to safeguard your heart and cultivate a longer, more vibrant existence. Before we delve into the details, I would genuinely appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up. Your support enables me to continue disseminating crucial knowledge for graceful aging. If you haven't yet joined our community by subscribing, I strongly recommend you do so and activate the notification bell, ensuring you never miss out on our vital content. If you find this video beneficial, please indicate so by commenting beneficial insight in the comments section below. Now, let's commence this enlightening journey. 1. Neglecting regular physical activity or daily strolls. For individuals over the age of 60, the omission of consistent physical activity, even something as straightforward as a daily walk, stands as one of the most detrimental behaviors for cardiac health. As a cardiologist with extensive experience, I frequently observe older adults dedicating the vast majority of their day to sedentary pursuits. Whether it involves extended periods of television viewing, immersive reading sessions, or even prolonged confinement to bed, many falsely assume that advanced age grants them exemption from physical exertion, often thinking, "I'm simply too aged to engage in workouts." However, this prevalent misconception can precipitate severe repercussions for the cardiovascular system. It's crucial to understand that exercise doesn't necessitate rigorous gym sessions or intense, high-impact training. Instead, I implore senior individuals to seamlessly integrate just 30 minutes of walking into their daily regimen, maintaining a pace that feels comfortable and sustainable. Consistent scientific investigations unequivocally demonstrate that this uncomplicated activity can nearly have the risk of a heart attack. Sedentary lifestyles invariably lead to sluggish blood circulation, which unfortunately facilitates the accumulation of fatty deposits within the arterial walls, progressively weakening the heart muscle and causing blood pressure to escalate. Over time, this detrimental chain of events dramatically amplifies the susceptibility to grave conditions such as cardiac insufficiency, cerebrovascular accident strokes, or even premature demise. Daily perambulation, even when broken into shorter intervals, for instance, 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening, confers profound advantages. It actively promotes robust blood flow, maintaining the flexibility and openness of blood vessels, which in turn enhances oxygen delivery to critical organs like the brain and heart. Comment active heart if you believe in the power of movement. Furthermore, walking effectively diminishes the levels of stress hormones such as cortisol, which, when chronically elevated, can impose significant strain on the cardiovascular system. Additionally, it plays a pivotal role in weight management, helps stabilize blood sugar levels, and contributes to the reduction of harmful cholesterol levels, all of which are absolutely critical for the prevention of cardiac ailments. The inherent beauty of walking lies in its remarkable accessibility. It is entirely cost-free, necessitates no specialized equipment, and can be undertaken virtually anywhere, whether it's within your immediate neighborhood, a tranquil local park, or even comfortably within the confines of your own home. For those facing mobility challenges, even gentle forms of movement, such as chair-based exercises or brief ambulations with the aid of a walker, can yield substantial positive impacts. The paramount factor here is unwavering consistency. Procrastinating until overt warning signs manifest, such as chest discomfort or breathlessness, constitutes an exceedingly perilous gamble. Proactive measures implemented today can decisively avert catastrophic health crises tomorrow. Every single stride you take is a precious offering to your heart, progressively fortifying it and adding invaluable years to your life. 2. Excessive sodium consumption. The habitual intake of excessive salt poses an insidious threat to cardiac health, particularly for senior individuals who are frequently oblivious to the substantial quantities of sodium they consume daily. While many instinctively associate salt with the shaker on the dining table, the true peril resides in the clandestine sodium lurking within commonplace foodstuffs, such as tinned broths, pre-packaged breads, sauces, brined items, pickles, savory snacks, and highly processed ready meals. These items can effortlessly propel sodium intake far beyond safe thresholds, unleashing profound damage upon the cardiovascular system. Elevated sodium consumption compels the body to retain water, thereby augmenting blood volume and imposing undue strain on the arterial walls. This persistent pressure invariably culminates in hypertension or high blood pressure, which is frequently dubbed the silent killer precisely because it inflicts damage upon the heart, kidneys, and brain without exhibiting discernible symptoms until substantial harm has already occurred. Over time, unchecked hypertension can result in cardiac failure, renal disease, or a stroke. As a cardiologist, I have personally attended to countless patients whose cardiac insufficiency could be directly attributed to a dietary pattern abundant in sodium, often stemming from seemingly benign habits like consuming salty snacks or an over-reliance on convenience foods. Comment low sodium if you're committed to reducing your salt intake. Senior individuals should endeavor to restrict their sodium intake to no more than 1 in 500 milligrams per day, which equates to approximately 2/3 of a teaspoon. To contextualize this, a solitary serving of canned soup or a frozen meal can contain nearly this entire recommended daily allowance. To effectively diminish sodium consumption, consistently scrutinize nutrition labels with meticulous attention. Consciously avoid processed and pre-packaged foods, and whenever feasible, prioritize fresh, whole ingredients. Preparing meals within your own home empowers you to meticulously regulate sodium levels and to creatively experiment with heart-healthy flavor alternatives such as aromatic fresh herbs like basil or rosemary, invigorating spices like cumin or paprika, or a refreshing splash of lemon juice. Implementing even minor adjustments can yield remarkably significant outcomes. For instance, substituting salted nuts with unsalted varieties, selecting low-sodium broths, or thoroughly rinsing canned vegetables to eliminate superfluous salt can comprehensively protect your heart without compromising on taste. It might require a couple of weeks for your taste receptors to acclimate to lower sodium levels, but once they do, you will undoubtedly discover that food retains its satisfying flavor. By actively curbing your salt intake now, you are undertaking a critically important step to safeguard your heart and prolong your vitality. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment valuable insights below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 3. Commencing the day with greasy or processed breakfast. Breakfast is frequently lauded as the most pivotal meal of the day, yet for a multitude of senior individuals, it unknowingly represents a cardiac catastrophe waiting to unfold. Foods such as crispy bacon, savory sausage, pan-fried eggs, buttered white toast, sugary breakfast cereals, or indulgent creamy coffee concoctions may offer a sense of comfort and familiarity, but they are replete with saturated fats, trans fats, excessive sugars, and sodium. These ingredients collectively constitute a formidable triple threat to your heart. They trigger a sharp escalation in cholesterol levels, elevate blood pressure, and incite inflammation within your blood vessels, thereby meticulously setting the stage for grave cardiovascular maladies. As a cardiac physician, I have observed a disturbing pattern. Heart attacks are disproportionately more likely to occur during the morning hours, frequently within a few hours of consuming a heavy, lipid-laden breakfast. Why, you might ask? In the nascent hours of the day, your blood inherently exhibits greater viscosity, and your heart is already exerting more effort to circulate it. A fatty, processed meal further exacerbates this physiological strain, rendering it considerably more arduous for blood to flow smoothly through your arteries. For senior individuals over the age of 60, whose physiological systems are inherently less resilient to these stressors, this daily custom can accelerate the insidious accumulation of plaque within the arteries, thereby significantly escalating the likelihood of a heart attack or a cerebrovascular accident. Comment smart breakfast if you're ready to make healthier morning choices. The encouraging news is that breakfast can be transformed into a potent opportunity to fortify your heart rather than imperil it. Consciously substitute processed and fatty foodstuffs with heart-beneficial alternatives that genuinely nourish your body and furnish sustained energy throughout the day. Consider initiating your day with a serving of wholesome oatmeal adorned with fresh, vibrant berries and a delicate sprinkle of chia seeds, an excellent source of fiber and antioxidants that effectively reduce cholesterol and combat inflammation. A perfectly boiled egg paired with hearty whole grain toast and creamy avocado offers a substantial dose of protein and beneficial fats that bolster cardiac function without leading to arterial obstruction. If your mornings are typically rushed, a nutrient-packed smoothie concocted with fresh spinach, a ripe banana, unsweetened almond milk, and a scoop of protein powder can serve as a highly nutritious and convenient option. Even a modest bowl of plain Greek yogurt accompanied by a handful of nuts and a delicate drizzle of honey constitutes an exceptionally heart-savvy choice. These foods are efficacious because they are remarkably low in deleterious fats and sugars, while simultaneously being rich in dietary fiber, essential vitamins, and vital minerals that effectively stabilize blood sugar, diminish cholesterol levels, and enhance digestive function. They also confer prolonged satiety, thereby mitigating the temptation to indulge in unwholesome snacks later in the day. If you are accustomed to breakfasts laden with grease, begin with incremental adjustments. Attempt to reduce your consumption of bacon or sausage a few days each week, or make the switch from white bread to its whole grain counterpart. Over time, these modifications will seamlessly transition into second nature. For senior individuals who feel overwhelmed by the prospect of selecting heart-healthy foods, rest assured, you are not alone. It is precisely for this reason that we meticulously developed the Senior Vitality Tracker application, specifically tailored for individuals aged 60 and above. This intuitively designed tool functions akin to a personalized health mentor, providing gentle reminders to make judicious dietary choices, meticulously tracking your meals, and suggesting heart-friendly recipes meticulously adapted to your age, specific dietary requirements, and overarching health objectives. Whether you are actively managing elevated blood pressure, high cholesterol, or simply aspire to experience heightened energy levels, the application delivers physician-endorsed guidance to render your mornings both simpler and healthier. You can download it today from your preferred app store and take the inaugural stride towards heart-conscious breakfast. By making thoughtful choices the moment you awaken, you effectively set the prevailing tone for a heart-healthy day. Do not permit breakfast to be a daily hazard. Instead, transform it into a daily investment in your longevity and sustained vitality. 4. Regular alcohol consumption. You may have encountered the oft-repeated adage that a single glass of red wine daily is beneficial for your heart. However, for senior individuals exceeding 60 years of age, this piece of advice can be perilously misleading. As we advance in years, our physiological systems metabolize alcohol distinctively, and what might appear to be an innocuous indulgence can precipitate grave consequences for cardiovascular health. The liver, the primary organ responsible for metabolizing alcohol, decelerates its functions with age, leading to a detrimental accumulation of toxins that impose considerable stress on the heart. Furthermore, alcohol causes blood pressure to surge more precipitously in older adults, thereby heightening the risk of hypertension, irregular cardiac rhythms such as atrial fibrillation, and even cardiac failure. As a cardiologist with several decades of practical experience, I have witnessed patients endure devastating outcomes, cardiac arrests, strokes, and the exacerbation of pre-existing cardiac conditions triggered by as little as 1 or 2 alcoholic beverages per day. Alcohol directly compromises the heart in multiple ways. It weakens the cardiac muscle, a condition termed cardiomyopathy, fosters the accumulation of fat around the heart, and instigates chronic inflammation within the entire cardiovascular system. For senior individuals, these deleterious effects are amplified because the body's intrinsic repair mechanisms become less efficient. Moreover, alcohol interacts perilously with common medications prescribed for conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, or elevated cholesterol. For instance, combining alcohol with anticoagulant medications, blood thinners, or statins can diminish their efficacy or substantially increase the risk of adverse effects like hepatic damage or internal hemorrhage. Comment no alcohol risk if you're prioritizing your heart over a drink. Many senior individuals resort to alcohol as a means to unwind, cope with stress, or purportedly enhance sleep. However, this constitutes a deceptive snare. Alcohol fundamentally disrupts sleep architecture, significantly curtailing the duration spent in restorative deep sleep and inducing nocturnal blood pressure spikes that impose considerable strain on the heart. Even moderate daily consumption, such as a solitary glass of wine or beer, accumulates over time, stealthily eroding cardiac function. For those with pre-existing cardiac conditions, including coronary artery disease or cardiac insufficiency, alcohol is particularly perilous, acting as a potent accelerant to an already smoldering fire. My unequivocal recommendation is that if you have any form of heart disease, you should completely eliminate alcohol. It represents the safest and most prudent choice. If you elect to consume alcohol, restrict yourself to no more than one standard drink per day, for example, 5 ounces of wine, 12 ounces of beer, or 1.5 ounces of spirits, and crucially, avoid daily consumption to afford your body a necessary respite. Even better, replace alcohol with heart-healthy alternatives such as soothing herbal tea, effervescent sparkling water infused with lemon, or even a modest piece of dark chocolate, which offers beneficial antioxidants without the associated risks. By reducing or completely abstaining from alcohol, you will invariably observe improvements in sleep quality, more stable blood pressure readings, and a stronger, more resilient heart. Alcohol may temporarily alleviate stress, but it offers a fleeting escape with profound long-term costs. Do not permit a daily glass to transform into a lifelong source of regret. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment "Heart Health" first below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. Ignoring sleep apnea or persistent snoring. Snoring might initially appear to be a peculiar or even somewhat amusing habit, but for senior individuals, it can tragically symbolize a heart in profound distress. Sleep apnea, a medical condition characterized by repeated cessation and resumption of breathing during sleep, afflicts millions of older adults, a significant proportion of whom remain entirely unaware of their affliction. These intermittent pauses in respiration cause oxygen levels to plummet dramatically, severely disrupt restorative sleep, and impose immense strain upon the heart. Over an extended period, untreated sleep apnea substantially amplifies the risk of developing elevated blood pressure, irregular cardiac rhythms such as atrial fibrillation, cardiac insufficiency, cerebrovascular accidents, and even sudden cardiac death. As a cardiologist, I consistently inquire of my patients regarding their nocturnal sleep patterns and whether their partners have observed loud snoring, gasping sounds, or noticeable pauses in breathing during the night. These are unequivocal red flags indicative of potential sleep apnea. Yet, numerous senior individuals tend to dismiss these symptoms as merely just snoring or erroneously attribute daytime fatigue, morning headaches, or memory impairments to the normal processes of aging. The stark reality is that sleep apnea critically impedes your body from obtaining the requisite oxygen and reparative sleep it desperately needs, compelling your heart to labor more arduously under duress. Comment "Sleep well." Live well if you understand the importance of quality sleep. This situation is particularly perilous for senior individuals whose cardiovascular systems are already inherently more susceptible. If your partner reports these alarming symptoms, or if you consistently awaken feeling unrested, do not disregard these crucial warning signs. A straightforward overnight sleep study, which can be conducted either in the comfort of your home or within a specialized sleep clinic, can accurately diagnose sleep apnea. Highly effective treatments such as continuous positive airway pressure (CPAP) machines, oral appliances, or targeted lifestyle modifications like weight reduction can dramatically alleviate the strain on your heart. For instance, CPAP therapy delivers a steady, consistent air pressure to maintain open airways, thereby ensuring an uninterrupted flow of oxygen and significantly enhancing sleep quality. Even positional therapy, which involves sleeping on your side instead of your back, can prove beneficial in milder cases. Quality sleep is absolutely critical for robust cardiac health because it is during this nocturnal period that your body actively repairs itself, meticulously regulates blood pressure, and replenishes energy reserves. Without it, your heart suffers silently, accumulating damage night after night. Snoring is far more than just an annoyance. It is a critical signal that your heart may not be receiving the oxygen it fundamentally requires. By proactively addressing sleep apnea, you are not merely enhancing your sleep. You are granting your heart the essential respite it rightfully deserves to remain strong and healthy. 6. smoking or inhaling secondhand smoke. While the perils of smoking are now widely recognized, many senior individuals continue to underestimate the catastrophic impact that even a single cigarette or exposure to secondhand smoke can exert on their heart. Smoking does not exclusively harm the lungs. It directly assaults the cardiovascular system by inflicting damage upon the delicate endothelial lining of arteries, triggering widespread inflammation and accelerating the insidious accumulation of plaque that ultimately occludes arteries. This pathological process culminates in cardiac arrests, strokes, and peripheral artery disease. For senior individuals over the age of 60, whose blood vessels are already more fragile due to the natural aging process, smoking is akin to pouring corrosive acid onto an already weakened structural framework. Even secondhand smoke poses a grave threat. I have personally treated patients who had never indulged in smoking a single day in their lives, yet developed debilitating heart disease from years of cohabiting with a smoker or being subjected to smoke in various public environments. There exists no safe threshold of exposure to tobacco smoke. Every single puff, whether inhaled directly or indirectly, delivers a noxious cocktail of chemicals that constricts blood vessels, elevates blood pressure, and diminishes oxygen delivery to the heart. For senior individuals with pre-existing cardiac conditions, this can often represent the tipping point that precipitates a dire cardiac event. Comment "smoke-free life" if you're committed to protecting your heart from tobacco. The encouraging news is that ceasing smoking at any age, even after decades of habituation, can yield immediate and profoundly significant health benefits. Within merely a few months of quitting, your risk of a heart attack sharply declines, blood vessels commence the healing process, and inflammation subsides. However, it is imperative to understand that alternatives such as light cigarettes, cigars, or vaping products are not safe substitutes. These products still deliver harmful chemicals that cause damage to the heart and arteries, frequently in ways that are just as perilous as traditional cigarettes. Quitting is undoubtedly challenging, but it is far from an insurmountable feat. Engage in a candid discussion with your medical doctor about nicotine replacement therapies like transdermal patches or chewing gum, prescription medications, or structured counseling programs. Joining a supportive group or utilizing mobile applications designed to track progress can also provide invaluable assistance. If you are subjected to secondhand smoke, establish firm boundaries. Politely request smokers to step outside, actively avoid smoky environments, and vehemently advocate for your fundamental right to clean air. Every single cigarette you avoid is a precious gift to your heart, ensuring cleaner blood and superior oxygen flow. The instant you utter the words, "I quit," your body initiates the healing process, and your heart embarks on a path to recovery. Take that crucial step today, and your heart will unequivocally thank you tomorrow. 7. Excessive screen time and late-night device use. In our contemporary digital era, it is incredibly tempting to endlessly scroll through your smartphone or watch television late into the night, particularly for senior individuals who may experience feelings of loneliness or seek distraction. However, this seemingly innocuous habit can insidiously undermine your cardiac health. The pervasive blue light emitted by screens actively suppresses the production of melatonin, the crucial hormone that meticulously regulates your sleep-wake cycle, thereby making it significantly more difficult to both fall asleep and maintain sleep. Poor sleep quality profoundly disrupts your body's natural circadian rhythms, leading to elevated nocturnal blood pressure, insulin resistance, and increased strain on the heart. As a cardiologist, I have witnessed firsthand how chronic sleep disruption contributes to severe cardiovascular problems, including heart attacks, strokes, and atrial fibrillation. For senior individuals whose physiological systems exhibit diminished resilience, the impact is even more pronounced. Beyond the detrimental effects of blue light, the content you consume, whether it is stressful news, heated social media debates, or overtly stimulating programs, actively engages your brain and elevates stress hormones such as cortisol. This maintains an elevated heart rate and keeps your nervous system on high alert precisely when your body should be winding down for restorative sleep. Comment "digital detox" for heart if you're ready to limit your screen time. To effectively safeguard your heart, I strongly advocate for a stringent no screens policy for at least 1 hour before bedtime. Instead, engage in calming and relaxing activities such as reading a physical book, listening to soothing music, practicing gentle stretching exercises, or even undertaking a brief mindfulness meditation. Establishing a consistent and relaxing bedtime routine signals to your body that it is time to rest, thereby significantly improving sleep quality and reducing cardiovascular strain. If you contend with loneliness, consider actively connecting with friends or family earlier in the day, or joining a local senior group to cultivate meaningful social connections. Nighttime is the crucial period when your heart and body actively repair themselves, systematically lowering blood pressure and resetting for the day ahead. By prioritizing screen-free evenings, you are granting your heart the invaluable opportunity to heal and flourish. Better sleep is not merely a luxury. It is a fundamental cornerstone of a stronger, healthier heart. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment "rest" for a strong heart below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 8. Frequent consumption of fast food or fried snacks. Fast food and fried snacks are undeniably convenient, often inexpensive, and frequently provide a sense of comfort. But for senior individuals, they constitute a direct assault on the heart. These food items are heavily laden with trans fats, saturated fats, excessive sodium, and refined sugars, all of which wreak profound havoc on the cardiovascular system. A solitary fast food meal, such as a large burger, a portion of French fries, or a piece of fried chicken, can induce an immediate surge in cholesterol levels, trigger systemic inflammation, and thicken the blood, making it considerably more arduous for your heart to pump efficiently. For senior individuals over the age of 60, whose metabolism is naturally slower and arteries are inherently more vulnerable, the damage inflicted is even more pronounced. As a cardiologist, I have witnessed patients suffering heart attacks or strokes after years of seemingly innocent indulgences: a daily savory pastry, a weekly fast food excursion, or a bag of deep-fried snacks. These foods contribute significantly to atherosclerosis, a condition where arteries become progressively clogged with plaque, forcing the heart to labor more strenuously until it eventually succumbs to failure. The high sodium content also precipitates fluid retention, elevating blood pressure and increasing the risk of cardiac insufficiency, particularly in those with pre-existing heart conditions. Comment healthy cravings if you're choosing nutritious snacks. The definitive solution lies in making more astute food choices. Opt for whole, nutrient-rich foods such as fresh fruits, vibrant vegetables, lean proteins, and wholesome whole grains. Instead of indulging in deep-fried snacks, experiment with air-fried alternatives, roasted nuts, or homemade popcorn seasoned with healthful herbs. When dining out, consistently select grilled or baked options and explicitly request sauces on the side to maintain control over salt and fat intake. Meal preparation at home, even for simple dishes like nourishing vegetable soups or grilled chicken salads, ensures that you are consistently fueling your body with heart-healthy ingredients. What you consume directly impacts the quality of your blood. Oily, processed foods create oily, sluggish blood that obstructs arteries, while clean, nutrient-dense foods actively promote smooth blood flow and a resilient heart. By resolutely saying no to fried temptations and embracing wholesome alternatives, you are providing your heart with the essential nourishment it needs to thrive. 9. Ignoring high blood pressure or skipping medications. High blood pressure, frequently referred to as the silent killer, is one of the most prevalent and dangerous conditions I encounter in senior patients. Yet, it is also one of the most manageable, provided it is taken seriously. Many older adults report feeling perfectly well despite having elevated blood pressure, leading them to either skip or entirely discontinue their prescribed medications. This constitutes a deadly error. Uncontrolled hypertension silently damages the heart, brain, kidneys, and blood vessels, dramatically increasing the risk of heart attacks, strokes, heart failure, and kidney disease. As a cardiologist, I have treated patients who have collapsed or suffered catastrophic events simply because they missed their blood pressure pills for just a few days. Comment medication adherence if you prioritize taking your prescriptions. Even brief lapses can induce dangerously sharp spikes in blood pressure, overwhelming an aging heart. Medications such as ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, or diuretics are not optional. They are a vital lifeline that keeps your blood vessels relaxed and your heart meticulously protected. If you experience any side effects, such as fatigue or dizziness, do not abruptly stop taking your medications. Instead, promptly consult your doctor to adjust the dosage or explore a different medication. Taking proactive control of your blood pressure is considerably easier than you might imagine. Invest in a reliable home blood pressure monitor and meticulously check your readings regularly, ideally at the same time each day. Maintain a detailed log to share with your doctor, as this invaluable data assists in fine-tuning your treatment plan. Utilize pill organizers or smartphone reminders to ensure unwavering consistency with your medication schedule. Lifestyle modifications, such as reducing salt intake, maintaining an active lifestyle, and effectively managing stress, can also naturally lower blood pressure and beautifully complement your medical treatment. High blood pressure may not announce its presence with overt symptoms, but its effects are cumulative and ultimately devastating. By remaining diligent with your medications and consistent with monitoring, you can prevent years of suffering and ensure your heart continues to beat powerfully. A single small pill each day can make the profound difference between a healthy, vibrant life and a preventable tragedy. Your heart is the unsung hero of your body, tirelessly beating every second of your life without demanding anything in return. But as we've meticulously explored today, if you're over 60, the choices you make, what you consume, how you move, and even how you navigate stress can either make or break your heart's health. We've unearthed the 10 most perilous habits that are silently damaging your heart, from neglecting daily walks to overlooking elevated blood pressure. And we've shared practical, life-altering solutions to empower you to safeguard this absolutely vital organ. Now, I'm eager to hear from you. What's one profound lesson you've gleaned from this video that has truly opened your eyes? More importantly, what's one habit you're now ready to change or adopt to ensure your heart remains strong and thriving? Please drop your thoughtful insights in the comments section below. I am genuinely excited to read about the proactive steps you are taking to prioritize your cardiovascular well-being. If you found this video valuable, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more essential tips to live a longer, healthier life. Your heart undeniably deserves it, and so do you. Before you go, be sure to check out our other incredible videos on the channel. We have a treasure trove of content designed to help you live your best, healthiest life.